Happy Wednesday, everybody. I am just gonna get myself organized. I'm kind of all over the place right now. I'm gonna get these lights turned down, get my second device plugged in. Probably gonna have to Google a bunch of stuff today. So. Brian, good morning. Happy Wednesday, everybody. What is up, big? Thank you for joining. Corey, good morning. Good morning, Pro Pyro, and good morning, Travis. How are you guys doing today? Happy Hump Day. Happy Wednesday. It is freaking fantastic day in the grow tent. I've got so many good updates for you guys. I'm feeling really optimistic and positive today. I'm just going to turn down my fans and we are going to get into it. What up, calves? Welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday, everybody. So, I did so much work in the grow tent yesterday. I feel like we're gonna get things right this time. What's up, Muafiz? I think I missed you. I'm so sorry. You guys, if I say hi twice, it's because I'm really tired and I can't keep track. And clearly, when I do these lives, I'm so focused on other stuff that I have short-term memory. Thank you so much, Big Nug. This usually doesn't happen. I'm not this cheerful. I'm usually cheerful, but not this cheerful. My teacher loved his tie-dye shirt. I made him. That is awesome. Tie-dye's sick. I was actually gonna wear a tie-dye hoodie today. Tie-dye. But yeah, I try to be cheerful, but you know, sometimes life, right? You can't always be super happy and chipper, but today this is all because of the garden. The garden is getting me really in a good mood today. So after I got off yesterday live, so first of all, I figured out the fan. Pressure makes me inefficient and not work properly. Good morning, Raphael. Thanks for joining. Happy Hump Day, everybody. Hope you guys have coffee or something, a little pick-me-up for day, a midday pick-me-up. But yeah, yesterday's live, that was painful. I rewatched it back a little bit, like, oh boy, you should not be doing things like that on a, because you look like an idiot. This is a 10 by 20 tent, Big Nug. It is or 20 by 10. It's 200 feet. I was a little worried he might not like it because he had a bunch of LOL. I mean, whatever. Colors are fun. Doesn't matter what color it is. But that's hilarious. I should do some tie-dye. I haven't done tie-dye in a really long time. Coffee and a J. Was gardening at 3 a.m. Couldn't sleep. Oh man, you guys, I am running on fumes. I did not sleep either. Yes, Raphael, I am in Canada. Whereabouts are you? Where's everybody at? That's what I want to know. Where are you guys from? Real men wear pink. Yes, and real men wear like salmon or different variations of pink. Good morning, Frank. What is up? So yesterday you guys saw me, I struggled to get the fan up. I used 2 heavy-duty zip ties, and the thing that I failed to realize, just strap zip ties in the opposite direction to keep it from swinging around. Like, it was the most basic solution, but it took me getting off the live and pushing the fan back and forth just to realize, you know, if I fasten a zip tie around here, this is gonna stay put. And it didn't move all night, and even if I push it, it's not going anywhere. So I'm going to show you guys how I secured it. Total of 2 heavy-duty ties and 2 tiny ones to keep those zip ties in place. Cats, you probably look pretty in pink, LOL. You guys probably all look pretty in pink. Central Kansas, Southern Saskatchewan, Houston, Texas. Nice. So we got a little bit of everything. Jamaica. Oh, Jamaica is one of my favorite places to go. I love Negril. It's beautiful. The mountains of Georgia. Beautiful. Why isn't your fan oscillating? I didn't turn it on oscillating. Right now, I just have it on, there's 2 options. You can make it oscillate or you can just have it regular. I have it just like that because I just want it pointing in the direction of the tap. But I could switch it to the oscillating function. Zip ties and duct tape are one's best friends. Yeah, so I'll take you guys over. It's so basic. There's really nothing to show. So I secured the 2 zipped like this, and then the other one's going in the other direction so that these guys can't slide around. So now, so see, it's on right here, but I can flip it over here and it should start oscillating. I don't know why it's not. This is what happens when you buy crap from a garage sale. I don't know. Maybe I gotta read the manual or something. Stay tuned for tomorrow and I'll update you guys. Or is it oscillating? No, it's not. It's like, am I seeing things? Whatever, man. I'll take it as a small win. I got it up and oh my gosh, Travis, whenever you say that, that makes me laugh. It reminds me of the guy, I forget who it is, but there's this guy. Yeah, technologia. You could use ties and duct tape to make new friends. Absolutely. I'm in the know. Yes, Raphael, I absolutely am in the know. North Alabama. Nice. Welcome, Eddie. Good afternoon. That's one way to do as long as you're happy. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice if the awesome function worked so that if ever I needed it, I could get it. So may contact the seller and ask them, what the F? What up, Ray? Good noon. With the English accent. I feel like it's with, isn't it with like a Russian accent or something? I like your vibe. You're pretty cool. Is it cool I hang out over here? You can hang out in the chat as long as you like. I go live every day, you guys. I just try to bring everybody some positive vibes, and it gives me an excuse to talk about plants with people who want to listen. I've got so much to talk about, and I mean, you guys can leave if you want, but for those of you that stay, thank you, because you give me a safe space to not be judged and talk about my indoor garden and my plants all I want, and I could talk about it forever and ever. Amen. All right, so I'm gonna take you guys on a tent tour. I'm gonna show you guys a few of the changes I made. Some of you have probably seen on my report that I posted yesterday evening. I love talking about plants. Well, you're in the right place, Cav, because this is where it's at. I love learning your plants. I only know my plants, never tried veggies indoors. And I love learning about your plants, you guys. Everyone grows something else, or if they grow the same thing, they've got a different way of doing it. And the conversation never ends. The best. I love eating plants. See, we all have something in common. Whether you grow it, eat it, drink it, smoke it, whatever it is. We all like plants. What up, Death? Good morning or good afternoon. I'm not into, well, I mean, I like soccer / football, but I don't have a favorite player, sorry. All right, guys, so first change. I might be all over the place, so forgive me. We are going to talk about the changes as we talk about the plants simultaneously. So this fan is not a big change. It was pointing directly at the strawberry. I just kind of angled it a little bit to help circulate the air through the center of the grow, kind of at the canopy level. I don't know, again, for those of you watching, not really sure what I'm doing. I'm just playing around and trying different things to see what works best in my grow tent, okay? So don't come at me. And if you have recommendation or a suggestion, please comment. I want to know your feedback. So let me know if you guys think I should be changing it. All right, so that fan I moved, and so I had a portable fan sitting right here. I don't know why. I guess it's a fan that's not be hung. It's supposed to be like a desktop fan or a tabletop fan, but I ended up just zip tying it up there anyways. And now it feels great right here where I'm standing. Got a nice breeze, and it'll be good for the orange tower when we start putting stuff in. And we have the other fan that I just showed you guys. That is designated to kind of circulate air in this area. Now, the space is obviously open and there's an ambient temperature and humidity, but I'm trying to kind of keep one side tent a little cooler because we got cool weather crops. Herbs and lettuce are cooler, so I'm trying to make it more trying to cook plants in this area. Sorry, wow, I'm having trouble talking today. Seems like I'm having trouble talking every day, you guys. It's just an excuse because I saw. All right, so here we've got better airflow. Now another change that I made was I had a fan above here. I took that fan down and I actually moved it up here. I would have liked a larger fan up here, but I just, this is all I got right now, and it's actually moving quite a bit of air, even though it's small. So I might get two more and put one there, one here, and kind of have them just along the center of the grow. Anyways, so, man, sorry. Sometimes I just mute comments because, you know, it's distracting me. And I have a message to deliver, you guys. I'm trying to show you my updates, and this guy's here talking about football. Can you believe the guy? I'm just kidding. All right, everybody. Next change I made, I had a strawberry clone, my one and only strawberry clone that survived, that was in the buckets. It was not doing well, so I took it out and I decided to try putting it in the tower to see if it's going to help. Oh no! Oh, sorry, I thought I did something by accident. All right. What up, Les? Sorry, guys. Just got distracted there for a second. But we're all good, right? I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did. I think I did something. I was trying to mute this person's message. Anyways, whatever. So yeah, I moved the strawberry to the tower, and we'll see how it does. What else did I change? What else did I do? Well, now everything's blowing nicely on the plants in the tower seem to be stretching from low light. You know what? You said that last time and actually got me thinking that maybe that's why, maybe it's not necessarily the climate or the environment of the grow tent, but maybe it's the lack of light for the lettuce. So I don't know. I'd have to get a bracket or shorten this bracket because these are screwed into the lid, right? So I could move the light closer and just zip tie it closer in the bracket, and maybe that will help us, because that, you're right, it looks leggy kind of. So I think especially the new ones, these are our beta testers where I popped them in the foam collar, and they sprouted in the foam collar, and now they're doing great. So yeah, I don't know if we've got enough light. I should do a spectral reading or whatever it's called. See, you guys, I'm so new. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but I should definitely check those lights. And yeah, maybe I should try putting them closer. Try hanging T5s on the wall. I have some here. Maybe I could just add them somewhere. I think I said good morning. Sorry guys, got a little distracted. And good morning, Hasholio. Just have to experiment, move them in a few inches, and see. Plants will tell you if they like it or not. Yeah, so maybe I'll do that, Hasholio. That's a great suggestion. But so that's what's new with the grow tower. And then I spent a lot of time yesterday, like so much time defoliating. I probably spent 2 hours just on the tomatoes. They were looking rough, and there was a lot of overlap, lack of airflow, a lot of crap going on. So I really made a lot of space. I cut them back so that our peppers can get some more light, some better airflow. I also kind of worked on the peppers a little bit too. So even though we still got some curling on the leaves, they're looking a little bit better. But it's been a work in progress. Our poblano pepper plant, oh, that's back there. It's getting taller today. But yeah, everything is looking better. Like the newer leaves are looking good. So it's just taking time. But again, it's because I got to give the plants attention, right? Today we're going to harvest this because we've got new flowers. This is finally bouncing back. These two I gave a root rinse, and I didn't get rid of them, but I did shock them. I just left them, and I'm glad I did because now they're reviving. So yeah, we did a lot of work here yesterday. Looks like I didn't do a good cleanup because I got a lot of crap here that fell behind, but we'll clean that up later. Good morning, Bowtie. Thank you so much for being here. Finally got to see your Enoch episode from last Saturday. You did great. I appreciate that so much. That was a wonderful conversation. I was so excited to be on the urban garden. All right, so peppers are doing great. They're doing better. And these peppers are just like, holy crap. Can't even keep track. They are growing every day, getting taller, and I can't keep track of the peppers growing. We're gonna have to go through them and move anything more than 7 flowers. Again, we're focused on the size of the product versus the quality versus quantity. So just trying to straighten out these net pots here. The plants, the canopies are kind of getting all stuck. Whoops. But yeah, the peppers are doing really, really well. I'm feeling excited. And all right, guys, I'm going to take a minute and talk about this for a second, because the purpose of these lives is also just to document what I'm doing and my journey for myself, so that later on I can look back and see all my milestones and see everything that, you know, been significant markers in my journey, or a significant marker in my journey. And last grow, I grew eggplant, or the plant, not the actual fruit. I had the plant for, what's up, Mia Lifestyle? Good afternoon. Thank you for joining. Happy Wednesday, everybody. I had the eggplant plant for 5 months in my buckets. I fed it, I nursed it, I sang to it, I played music for it every day. I had, I think it was 5 plants. I'm gonna have to go back and show you guys, because these plants were huge, flowering abundantly, but no fruit. And every time the flower would wilt after I'd hand pollinate it, it would just fall right off. And so on yesterday's live, I showed you and I said, it looks different this time. This time, it looks as though the stem where the flower was growing from is actually much stronger, much more robust, like large or strong. I don't know how to describe it, but I'll show you. And so today, the petals of the flower fully wilted around the stem. And so I did what you're not supposed to do because I was super impatient and I just wanted to freaking see. I pulled the dried flower off. So you know how peppers, for example, the flower dries up and then right there you got this little bit here. You're not supposed to pull it off. You just leave it. But, well, this one wasn't bad. I pulled it off and now you have a pepper growing, right? So, you guys, I am happy to introduce, and I don't want to count my eggplants before they grow, but I want to introduce to you, is it Thursday today? Did I say Wednesday? I mean, happy Wednesday if I said Thursday. Sorry, guys. But anyways, I want to introduce to you the first eggplant to ever grow in the grow tent. Watch me do something where I lose you guys now because the leaf hit the camera. Where are you, eggplant? Or watch me be wrong. All right, so I'm just gonna tilt this over here. Zoom this in over here. But I think we have an eggplant growing. Am I wrong? Yeah, running around like that camel. What day is it? What day is it? LOL. But yeah, I have my first eggplant growing. So just gonna take another look at it. I'm actually gonna try to lift this. So I think this is the snowy white eggplant. The snowy white eggplant is a white, well, it's a white eggplant. So I think it's there, if I'm not mistaken. We're gonna find out. But I think we have our first fruit growing, and this is just really a proud moment, you guys. And we're gonna pollinate because we have our other flower growing right there. So we're gonna pollinate that today. But are white eggplants smaller? Yes, they are a smaller variety. I'll show you guys the seeds in a second. And then our Chinese 5 color, I really cut it back. What's up, G Mama? Good afternoon. Thank you so much for hanging out. How are you today? Happy Wednesday. So yeah, we got our Chinese 5 color pepper plants. We're gonna have to harvest all of these. Again, I was way off with my pH. So I got it back on track this morning, but I was at like 7 and I should be at 6. So you can see the leaves kind of got some damage, but it's looking real good in here, you guys. After I cleaned up, I was like, wow, see what a little work in the garden does. The watermelon, I keep forgetting my measuring tape, but it's definitely, no doubt in my mind that it's growing. I don't know when we'll be harvesting. I don't know if it's gonna fully grow to, you know, the size it should, or if this is just an experiment, but we'll see. And yeah, so the other Chinese 5 color pepper plant is back here, and it's huge. I should probably cut it back. Maybe we'll harvest these. And I've been eating my chili oil every night. I'm gonna have to make some more, you guys. It's so good. So I missed the mark when it came to harvesting this dahlia. We've already got petals falling all over the place, but look how striking. And look at all that pollen, holy crap. But this is just, I'm obsessed with these. They're beautiful. Just like sunshine, you guys. They're so pretty. Anyways, these are my first dahlia plants, and they're already pretty good producers. We got so many buds, lots of flowers coming my way. And yeah, the tomatoes back here, again, I cut them back a lot. So now it'll allow for better airflow, more fruit. More fruit because it's ripening faster. And the strawberry, we got to take care of that today. But whatever I did with the nutrients or the pH is helping, because now we're getting more and more flowers. We had kind of like a period of stagnation where I wasn't getting a lot, but now even when I touch the plant, it feels very fuzzy. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but I read that, you know, if it has like the little hairs, which are also called trichomes for plants, that it's healthy. So we're getting there. It's a work in progress, you guys. So and then these tomatoes, oh man, I'm so excited. I'm gonna harvest these tonight. I really wanted to wait till they were all ripe at the same time so I could just clip that entire vine, but I may have to just cut the ones that are ready. But they are doing so beautifully. All right, let me catch up on some chat here. It's an excuse to have some coffee. Are those peppers good on their own? The Chinese 5-color peppers are extremely spicy. So, no. Yes, Travis, they are such a beautiful plant. What did I miss? What did I miss? My garden tours are my journal for some of our brains. The video format keeping, yes, absolutely. I'm such a visual person that I like to be able to see what I was doing and how I was doing it. Looks like the size of a baseball unless you have huge hands. No, I have, I mean, I wouldn't say I have small hands. I don't have big hands. I think I have average hands. I don't know. pH will change as the plant eats the nutrients, from my understanding. Yes, notice that as stuff circulates through the system, after a couple of days, the pH changes. So I should check it again to make sure, because I was really effing around it this morning and doing a bunch of stuff just to try to get things in order. Because the roots make different types of acid, etc., for different types of nutrients. Interesting. Looking good. Thanks so much, G Mama. Unfortunately, the strawberry itself isn't right yet. There's something with them. They're too soft, and they're still white inside. They're ripening too quickly, or they're not ripening. They're just turning red too quickly, but they're not going through that proper ripening process. So there's something wrong. It could be pH, it could be nutrients, well, which are kind of go hand in hand. It could be the high humidity and temps in here, which is why I'm trying to really improve the air circulation. But even where I'm standing now, it feels great. Usually I get really hot in here, but now I'm actually kind of cold. Are those tomatoes sweet? Yes, it actually depends. Those ones there in the second bucket system are sweet because I've been giving them the proper nutrients that they need. They're just healthier plants in general. The product on the plants by the bucket system versus the one in these, a very different product. They're both good, but these ones are more tart and they taste less ripe and developed in flavor. Even if you let them ripen and you wait till they're kind of soft, the other ones are just like unbelievably sweet. Some plants like strawberry require lower, more acidic pH. Yes, that's why we're going to get them in their own system. And yes, Travis, every plant that I'm growing right now requires different pH and requires a different temperature and water temperature and nutrients probably and lighting schedule and all these things. And so I'm trying to average everything out so that I can accommodate everything that's growing and make the best out of having a system full of, diverse plants. Spicy is awesome. Gobble those hot peppers whole. They are so good for you and you're well accustomed to them. I've been eating them every night. So last Monday, we did the chili oil, and it's like right there front and center in my fridge, like at night when I'm having, whether it's like meat or pizza or rice or pasta. Even the other day I had like a ravioli that I made and I threw the chili oil on there on the side, and it was so good. I have it with everything. So it's a good alternative to hot sauce, but almost better because I love garlic, onion, and having all that stuff mixed in there with the sugar too to get that sweetness. So we're gonna have to make more. So that's what we're gonna do today. Actually, we're gonna be harvesting some Chinese 5-color peppers. I don't know how it affects the plant. I would assume that if I don't harvest the fruit, it slows down new flowering process, right? Because it's using the energy to, I guess, keep the fruit alive, or I don't know. Help me out here, guys. But I'm sure it speeds things up with your plant when you start harvesting things. So I want more flowers on my Chinese 5-color pepper plant. So I'm gonna work on doing that today. I forgot to bring a plate or a bowl down, so I'm gonna get one. But yeah, spice is so good. I can take my heat, but it depends how hot. I'm getting better at showing up early. What's up, MK? Good afternoon. Thanks so much for hanging out. Happy Wednesday, everybody. In terms of the overall grow tent, we are in much better shape than I was yesterday, but still have a ways to go. It's going to take time to, and the thing is, every time you have something optimized, something else changes. And so there's just so many variables that I have to try to manage everything at once, you know? You can make fermented hot sauce, yes, to your own taste, garlic, onion, sweetness, yes. I watched so many recipes. The thing is, I just recently bought a whole like set of sauce. I have so many hot sauces. I even have one. Well, I bought a few bottles of it. It is so spicy, you guys. And it's from Australia, and it's called Shit the Bed. But it's good, but it's so spicy. And anyways, I got like 20 different hot sauces that it's like, what am I gonna make, another hot sauce? So I thought, okay, do something different. And chili oil is good because you can even use it as seasoning while you're cooking. So I decided to go that route. But yeah, totally, you can make hot sauce. All right, I'm just gonna go get a plate or a bowl. I'll back. Don't go anywhere. All right. Let's nip some peppers. She's gone. LOL. When you finally get your flavor right, you will dread eating someone else's hot sauce. It's very versatile. I know. I can't wait to start making my own. Yeah, guys, it's I'm excited to harvest some more peppers. This is definitely by far the best run I've ever had. I've harvested more in the last couple of months than I ever have since I started. I'm excited. No, bow tie life. I was just about to move on. The next thing I was about to say was go and support each other's channels, you guys. This is what it's all about, bow tie. I want you guys to talk about your stuff, promote what you got going on, talk about your garden, this community. It's about all of us. So I just want everyone to hang out, and yeah, I appreciate that people support your videos. So thank you, Hasholio, and thank you for checking Bowtie Life. But there are no policies here. It's just everybody bring your good vibes, bring your coffee if you're a coffee drinker, and let's have a good time. Happy Wednesday, Bernie. Thanks for hanging out. If pH is correct, lowering the nitrogen and higher calcium will make your strawberries large and firm. Okay, so I'm gonna have to get them in the tower ASAP. The only thing is, I would get it in the tower now, which is why I put the clone in the tower, in the green tower. Maybe once the orange tower is available, we can start getting strawberries in there and accommodate the environment to the strawberries until I can fill up this yellow tower, because the yellow tower, unfortunately, because it's so light in color, we're getting algae growth inside. And so until I figure out a solution to prevent the light from permeating through, the goal is just, if I'm going to use it, put mature plants in it. And so I'm waiting till I have multiple mature strawberry plants that will eventually cover the surface area of the tower, and I won't have to worry about algae growth. I'm only on Instagram and Discord, can follow there. I can't go live. My PTSD doesn't allow it. LOL. Yes, Bowtie has some great videos. I shared one of his strawberry videos recently on my community. You guys should go check it out. Some really great information. But yeah, this is what it's all about, you guys. Supporting each other's pages and channels and gardens and exchanging ideas. Don't ever feel like you can't do that in the chat. That's what this place is for. Our preacher is a retired Air Force chaplain. Oh wow, with bad PTSD. He struggles frequently. I've learned a lot about PTSD from him. What potatoes can I plant in the fall? Great question. I want to try potatoes soon in here, you guys. All right, I'm just going to turn the lights down a little more. I'm going to leave you guys here for a second. Thank you for the share on that strawberry video. I believe I commented on that. The potato video is in that same series. Good info and a bit of history. Love that. I loved seeing the history of your strawberries in your garden, Bowtie. I could definitely learn a thing or two from you. That is for sure. We can all learn from each other. All right, so yes, Hasholio, you had the great question about Mr. Bowtie's bow tie. And I love that you wear a bow tie. All right, so I've got these little red ones here that I'm going to harvest. I'm going to leave the other colors for now. But I'm feeling another Pea in the Kitchen live coming on. I have not forgotten, you guys. No, Bernie, I promised a tomato recipe live, and we're going to have a bunch. I actually just harvested so many tomatoes last night. It was quite exciting. I guess it depends on what kind of fall growing season you have. What zone are you in? Oh, Les is probably also a potato whisperer, along with a tomato whisperer. The biggest thing you can learn from me is what not to do. Me too, Bowtie. That's exactly why I share. It's like, do as I... or don't as I say, and don't do as I do. Do as I don't. Anyways, I'll remove these after. I typically take the, some of the peppers still have the remnants of the flour on it, and I typically clean those off when I'm harvesting. So the 5 color, are they all slightly different flavors? Supposedly they're different degrees of, different levels of spice. I did a taste test on, I think it was last weekend's live, I tasted one of each color, and they claim that the red is the spiciest, but it's actually, in my opinion, the purple's the spiciest. Hasholio has been a hero helping out our watch hours and within smelling distance of full monetization. Congratulations, Bowtie. That's such a grind. I'm still a ways away, but working towards it. And yes, all of you guys that watch, Hasholio, well, I'm not going to be naming everybody because I'm going to forget somebody because I'm tired, you guys. But honestly, thank you guys all for the support. You know, when you watch the lives or you watch a replay or even the shorts or whatever, it really helps the channel grow, and it helps creators achieve their goals. So it's always appreciated. So thank you for all of you guys, because you guys are so wonderful and supportive. I've grown potatoes, red, white, and blue, and other potatoes weren't American. Nice, Les. That sounds cool. Always like, comment, and share. Yes, that is something I need to do better at. Sometimes if I enjoy content, I just scroll through, especially, you know, when I watch people, for example, because a lot of the people in the community are in the cannabis space, and I don't know anything about cannabis, so I don't know sometimes what to comment. Like, plant looks great, some fire emojis, some green hearts, you know. But yes, it's always helpful and appreciated when you interact with someone's channel. So I need to do a better job of that. That's something I should. I'm the worst, you guys. I'm the worst. So we've already got quite a few peppers. Cannabis is a plant, simple, happy growing, put a smile on someone's face. It's true. You know what, you guys, sometimes being an overthinker backfires, because then I end up not acting on something, or not just like, you know, like I just said a couple days ago, you shouldn't take life too seriously. And so, yeah, I gotta chill out, you guys, and not overthink so much. I learn a lot on veggies watching you. That makes one of us, Travis. Creators especially need to help one another. Those comments are great, even if it's just a few hearts. I try to find a reason to respond to every single comment, and even try to keep the conversation up. That is so wonderful, Bowtie. It's definitely nice when you engage and interact with your community. But honestly, we were talking about it recently, the gardening community. It's hard to find something nice to say about most cannabis plants on YouTube. What's up, Doyle? Welcome. And what's up, Piash? Thank you for being here. Not even that. I'm just like, I feel like a poser if I'm commenting on somebody, like, because I don't grow. I feel like they're going to look at the comment and be like, what the hell does she know? So sometimes I overthink it, and I'm like, you don't know anything about cannabis, don't comment, just stay in your lane. Travis says cannabis is a lot easier than what you are doing. You can put a cannabis plant through quite a bit. It comes down to it's only a weed. True. Again, I'm an overthinker, so I panic about growing it because I'm like, oh my god, people are like, what is she doing? And like, who cares about what people think? Oh my gosh, the plant is looking so bare now. But maybe it'll leave room for new growth. I watch you all day, whether at home or at work. I'm frequently commenting on creations of others. That is awesome, Bowtie. No later than August in 70. Cannabis was put here for everybody. True that. You're still growing a plant. Yes, growing is growing. And I was just saying, like we were talking about this maybe about a month or a couple months ago on the lives, that I've yet to encounter a community that is kinder and better than this one. And no slight to any other kind of community. It's just the gardening community, whether you grow indoor, outdoor, food, cannabis, whatever you grow, everyone is so kind and helpful. And we all have an endocannabinoid system, Hasho. But yeah, so I love this community. Everyone is so kind, and I've learned more from all of you and my plants than I ever have in any other aspect of my life. I can't be around cannabis. It triggers my allergies big time. Well, at least you're not allergic to a garden in general. You can do other things like food or whatever the setup is you're setting up for. Did you get your tent, MK? MK is going to be starting a new setup in their garage, if I'm not mistaken, right? A grow tent in your garage. And she's going to be trying to grow her own food. Or growing her own food, not trying. So I'm excited to hear all about it. It gets here Monday. So exciting. It's probably one of the only times you want your weekend to fly by. This is what we got so far. And these are just the red ones. We've got other colors too. Winter tomatoes is more of a reference to varieties that are harvested during fall and are storable longer. Plants are amazing teachers, 100%. They're the best teachers. I've learned so much. A raised bed in the living room? That's a great idea. I used to be insanely allergic till I tried this cetrizine. What is that? Is that a variety? Or is that... Oh, it's probably an allergy medication. What's up, Dottie? Welcome. But yeah, I do want to try growing it. I'm just intimidated. Like if I can't even make my plants happy, I'm gonna introduce something else into the mix, you know? That's funny, Cabs. Okay, wait. Grow says, I had my lion's mane mushroom that I harvested last night. Vegan yeast sauce for dip. That is awesome. Congratulations. That is so exciting. I've never tried growing mushrooms before, but I would like to. Wife doesn't let me fill the house with plants anymore because I got a tad bit crazy, and she doesn't like having to remove plants to take a shower. LOL. So what, you keep plants in the bathtub or something because you don't have space for them? Or you water them with the shower head? That's funny. Yeah, you know, most people in my life now, when I talk to them, I just get quiet. Like I'm quiet now. And they're like, you used to talk so much. Like what happened? Changed. And it's like, you don't know how to talk about plants, so I got nothing to say. If you don't talk about the garden or the plants, we're done here. There's literally nothing to talk about. And it's like, somebody could be in the middle of something so important, doing something completely unrelated to plants, and I'll just be itching to talk about my garden. And sometimes I'll bring it up when it's not a time, because every time's a good time to talk about the garden, but only garden people understand that sentiment, so I can't smoke it. 2 to 3 puffs and I'm out like a light. Me too, that's the whole point. I wish some days I bet I smoked 10 grams, an eighth of a day. Oh my. That's funny. But yeah, you guys, if I can't talk about the garden, then I get really, really quiet. I don't know what is, I don't want to talk about, nothing else is worth talking about anymore, really. Because what else is there to life other than life, you know? All right, I'm gonna grab some, so this is what we got. These are the peppers we harvested, so maybe in a couple days we'll do something with it. I might just make more of that chili oil and just jar it and share it with some of the people in my life, because I don't know what to do with all this. Anybody want some Chinese 5-color pepper chili oil? Amway salespeople with plants. LOL. That's funny. Amway, yeah, that's hilarious. But that's how I am knocking on someone's door. Have you heard the good news? But yeah, so what am I gonna do next? We're gonna transfer some lettuce. All right. Yes. All right. Maybe I'll do, I don't know, that chili oil though is so good. Like I said, I have it every night, and you can kind of make it a little less spicy if you want by adding more of other things. I was an Amway. Nice. All right, let's transfer some more seedlings. So this is going to be the last couple of times that I transfer seedlings like this with the, I'll be like, have you grown aloe? Oh, actually, if you guys have any good recommendations for aloe seeds, where to get aloe seeds from, I don't want a cutting because I'm too scared to introduce or cross-contaminate. So yeah, I want to start a seed, an aloe seed. Long enough and you'll do everything. I was an Amway. Boy, do I feel old. LOL. You're only as old as you feel, Bowtie. And you've got such a youthful spirit that you have just such a youthful spirit. That pyramid sales pitch. LOL. Aloe better from a cutting. I know, but I'm scared. I'm such a control freak in the grow tent that I don't want to introduce a cutting. Most are rooted in water. But like, you have so many other plants. What if you have a pest problem and then I bring that into my grow tent? You know what I mean? That's why I get so weird. Unless the cutting is taken from my own tent, I'm so paranoid. Yeah, I gotta look up quarantine process for taking a cut, because I would definitely be able to expand my garden much more and quicker. I would getting a cutting from the oldest person you can find selling, whoever's had it the most generations. That's a great suggestion. Les, how long have you had yours? I watched someone today use a cutting to germinate seeds. Yeah, you can root a cutting rather than sprouting seeds, but what do you mean to germinate seeds? I'm curious. I have aloe I've been growing from the store for decades. Every 2 to 3 years, I harvest the juice and freeze it in ice cube trays. There's a video on my channel, no pests on it. Well, I don't know if you'd be able to send that across the border, Bowtie, but if you could, you know. The only pests here are the people that show up at the door. LOL. That's funny. I would buy the aloe vera plant, then take a cutting from that, remove it to the pot. That's a good idea. grow it myself for just an extended period of time before I bring it into the grow tent. I have aloe in the Florida room and out in the garden. Never had pests. That's awesome. Just have to be smart. Yeah, I got to get some net pots. But yeah, I would love to grow some aloe in here. I've had my aloe plant for 4 to 5 years since it was a baby. Aww. Oh yeah, I was gonna transplant lettuce and I just realized I have room. I got one plant port up here. This is one of the times where I'm hoping something maybe died in the tower. Oh, and I got another one here. All right, what is she talking about? You got room. Oh yeah, and tonight or last night was the first night that the plants went on. Oh yeah, I gotta get rid of this too. The timer in the tower. I had the timer set for 30 minutes on, 30 minutes off, just because it's a manual timer and that's the best I can do. I mean, the most frequent I can do for on off. So I've got 3 plant ports left, and I've got 6 seedlings. There's 3 more to try and root. Well, I mean, I can always take a cutting from you, Les. I don't know how it would be shipping from where you're at, but I'll take a cutting and I can just, like Cav said, quarantine it for 10 days or whatever. I don't have like a protocol because I don't bring anything outside in. Good morning, Jay, or good afternoon. It sounds like it's easier to buy a coffee plant than to grow some seed too, or from seed. Yeah, we were just talking about that a couple ago. The seeds take, you have to like soak them for 24 hours. They could take up to 6 months to germinate. And then the plant typically doesn't set fruit until 2 years in. And then once you harvest the cherries, it's like a whole process to I think you have to like cure them or something. I don't know, you have to do something. So we're gonna still try it because, you know, that lemon seedling, for example, I would have told myself at the time that I germinated the seed, I would have said to myself, that takes so many years, forget about it. Like, well, who's gonna wait 3, 4, 5 years? But I mean, it's been here for 5 years. It's still not fruiting and it still looks pathetic, but there's no time like now to start some seeds. The leaves on the mother plant are about 3 inches wide. You don't know anyone else who has aloe plants? Nobody local to me. Actually, maybe my local hydro shop. Sometimes they sell plants there, but then it's like if they have it in the shop, or I don't know, like I'm so paranoid about people's plants, like other people's plants. I don't want their shit in my house. Most people who have aloe will give you some cuttings. It multiplies very fast. I'm sure. I've heard so many people that grow it. To be honest, I don't really know any people that have a garden or that plants. Most people come to me and ask me what to do with the plant, and I'm like, dude, I'm still learning, and that's in soil, not in aeroponics. Beats me. I thought a persimmon tree, bought a persimmon tree last week on sale. It's about 3 feet tall. Might put it in the grow tent during winter. Oh, do it, MK, and document it. Keep us posted. I'm so curious how that'll go. The aloe is easy. Get a plant from the store, rinse off all the dirt from the root, wash it good. There will be no pests and they will resume growing so easily. That makes me so nervous. I'll probably put it in water or put it in soil, grow it, take cuttings from a fully grown plant that I kind of grew to full size. That's how paranoid I am, which is freaking weird. I know it's probably stupid because I have so many beautiful dahlia varieties in my outdoor that I love to take cuttings from and just bring in here, propagate, and get a move on with some flower for the winter, but I'm too paranoid. And also, like, well, I don't know if aloe is susceptible to powdery mildew or other kind of diseases. You don't know. Like, you know what? It's the PTSD. Speaking of PTSD, it's the PTSD from, I had outdoor strawberries in a pot on my deck. It wasn't even like in the ground. And I took the strawberries out and I put them in the grow tower, and they had chips, and I had to get rid of my entire first grow. So I'm scared. Yeah, that's how I plan on making money eventually, is the saffron. There are a few things that I can grow that if I can grow successfully, yeah, we'll be making some dough. Nothing wrong with growing some sticks, LOL. Just quarantine them. You guys, like I said, I complicate things. I'm so weird that way. I even have some people tell me, like, I get weird about things. I know a lot of you probably will agree to this one, but I get a lot of people telling me, why don't you use your water from your dehumidifier in your res? And I won't, I just can't do it. I don't know why. I'm just too nervous about contaminating, or I don't know. I've grabbed a couple from Walmart before here. I can wrap the base in something to keep the roots moist and put the plant in bubble wrap. Yeah, I mean, you're just on the other side of Canada, or a couple of provinces away, so I'm sure it wouldn't be too bad to ship. Damn it. I just broke the root the second I touched this. I don't have any patience. I'm going to just try to put it in the grow tower and see what happens. If it dies, it dies. I'm so irritated with this method. Now that I have another method, I'm done with it. I have seen every disease and pest here on the coast of Florida. Well, definitely not taking you then, bow tie. I'm just kidding. I have some you've never even imagined. All my aloe, whether normal or two kinds, giant, never affected once. Wow. Interesting. Well, somebody in the chat, who was it? Somebody in the chat told me that aloe is good for the roots of my plant in aeroponics. Like if I don't know what I would do, I guess take the juice and soak the roots in it. I don't know, but somebody said something aloe and root health. I have to look into that. There's money in saffron if you grow a lot of it. Yes, and it's not really so much the growing. Like, growing is one thing, but the reason why it's so expensive is also the way it gets processed, right? It's like a flower, and you have to pick the stamen out of the flower, or the anthers or something from the flower individually, and then they get like placed in a vessel or whatever, and that's how they get sold. And it's like very intricate to harvest, and so that is, I think, where the money is. I thought about starting to grow microgreens, getting into that market. Oh my gosh, there's such a market for microgreens. I freaking suck at growing microgreens. I don't know what it is. I can't grow them for shit. They mold. And either what happens is I get them in the tray, they all out, and then either I don't introduce oxygen soon enough, or if I do, it's too much and they dry out. So either they mold or they dry out. There's never the happy medium where they taste good. Rats, squirrels, birds don't even touch the aloe. Wow, that's actually a great, I should start growing aloe around my outdoor garden. An aloe barrier. For 1 kilo of sun, one would need 150,000 plants. Wow, and that's probably if they're good plants. Pyro, stop killing my dreams. For 100 grams, you're looking at 15,000 plants. TFP better get to work, you guys. I'm slacking. Here I am. I can't even figure out putting up a stupid fan with some zip ties, and I'm gonna grow 15,000 saffron plants. Yeah, right. I just broke another root. Like FML. This is ridiculous. But we're gonna get it in the grow tower because whatever. But there it is, I broke it. It's like abusing a baby. Like, that's what it feels like. It's like so young and I'm just so rough with it. That's what it is, a rooting hormone. What's up, main dad? Happy Thursday. Happy Wednesday. Aloe will help fill aquaponics. Hand-picked, yeah, harvested and they're hand-picked. It's not done with the machine. So with regard to saffron, aloe makes great cloning gel as well. You can put in aloe. Okay, so that's what it was. Pro Pyro, the dream killer. Oh my god, that's so funny. I looked into getting seeds last summer. I probably could. I'm on 10 acres of land. Pyro's correct though. Everything worth a lot comes at a cost in the grow. Of course. That's with anything in life, not just in a grow. I'm slacking my coffee today. One would need about 300 square meters of land to do it. Wow. What are you cooking today, main dad? Give me a recipe for my Chinese 5-color peppers. Help me out here. What should I make other than hot sauce and chili oil? Anything for me? 1 kilo of saffron goes around for 30K. That's a very neat reward. Oh man, I'm growing the wrong stuff, you guys, and so are you guys. Forget about cannabis. You all should start growing saffron. Grow the microgreens in your windowsill until you understand. I do. I don't even grow them in the tent. I grow them just by the window on the dining room table. Like there's no, I don't put them in the, that's like a complete separate thing from the grow tent when I try microgreens. What I do is I soak the seeds in water jar for 24 hours or, well, as long as you do it at least like 10 hours. And then I spread them all across my sprouting tray. And then I make sure I spray them. I put the lid on, I cover it, put it in the dark for 4 or 5 days until the seeds sprout. And I continuously spray throughout those 4 to 5 days. And then I remove it from the dark, put it at the window, and continue to spray it. And I crack the lid because I don't want to dry out, but I also don't want it to mold. But then eventually it does one or the other. And then I lose everything. So I've wasted so many seeds and they're not cheap. So I decided, you know what? You're in timeout. You're not allowed anymore. It's not about the season less. It's grown in a different country, up in the hills. I would not know how it would work for your lands. Yeah, I don't know what it requires, but you should look into that, Les, because you can do a lot with those 10 acres. Previous owner of our house would take a branch of nearly anything, stick it in a giant aloe leaf, poke it in the ground, and nearly everything grew for him. You know what? I'm going to do that with, I don't know why I just yelled so loud. Sorry, guys. I just got very excited because there are some Japanese maples that are in the trail by my neighborhood, just got planted, and I kind of want to go like in the middle of the night and just propagate a branch, and maybe I should stick it in some aloe, and we should get a freaking Japanese cherry blossom in here. Sorry, not Japanese maple, Japanese cherry blossom. We should get a Japanese cherry blossom in here. Pasta and chicken parm with garlic bread and cheese. That sounds freaking awesome. Everything will be different. Not off the top of my head. I haven't cooked with them. Cool. Well, if you ever do, know what you make with it, main dad. I'm just kidding, Bernie. I'm talking about if you want to make money, saffron is where it's at. It's about 3 weeks, but you got 1 day to pick them all. Less the saffron whisper, LOL. Me and my daughter and I are starting apple trees indoors the winter. Picked up a click and grow system at a swap shop. The thing sells for 250 bucks. Nice. I'm actually really interested to see how your apple trees do. Actually, I think it was Jay from the Urban Gardener chat. She said that she's in southwestern Ontario and she has peaches. I wonder what, I should ask her what she does with them in the winter. Bowtie or MK, maybe you guys know, because I know you guys have been in that chat before. We only have one life, so why not try different growing techniques? Won't know until you try. 100%. It's just sometimes I don't like to waste time. I like to moving, you know? We only got one life. Gotta produce as much as we can. I may as well pitch a tent outside, lol. I know lots of guys who've tried every method and we will eventually end up in cocoa core. Is that for strictly for cannabis, Hasholia, or is that for food as well? Alright, so we're gonna get, I think I just have one more spot. So I have more seedlings that need to go in the grow tower and I just don't have these. So this Friday, we're going to be setting up the orange grow tower. So if you guys are interested in, well, there's not much that goes into it. You just fill it with water and put in some net pots. But that is what we're going to be doing on Friday. Setting up the orange tower so that we can get some stuff in there because we are out of space. Bowtie, I seriously need a grow tent. For every indoor plant that you're trying to get the most of. Well, little too late for that. I kind of went full force with the aeroponics. Solar powered coffee maker, lol. Oh my gosh, I would love another grow tent, but it probably can't afford it, and it's just too much work, you guys. I had to pick, what did I miss here? You guys are clowns. Man, we got clowns every day, but it's a good thing. Gotta laugh, gotta keep the vibes high, and it's always a good time, you guys. We always have a good time. Promix too expensive to make your own. That's what I use for my outdoor garden. Peat moss is as good as cocoa if you have enough perlite. I don't know about any of that stuff. And straight into this, and my outdoor garden, it's more like I'll plant stuff and if it grows, it grows, and usually it does. So yeah. All right, I also think we should harvest tomatoes because they're ready. Peat moss. Oh, I already read that. What up, Reef? All right, guys. I'm gonna harvest some tomatoes and a couple dahlias and call it a day. It's just I've got these tomatoes sitting on the vine here, and I don't know. Maybe I'll make something with it. So the challenge with my tomatoes when I harvest them is I want to be able to harvest the whole vine at once, but I can't because everything is ripening at a different stage, and so not quite sure how to fix that. Even with the plants that are doing better, I'm gonna take these gloves off though. Even with the plants that are doing better in the other system, it's the same issue. They're all ripening at different stages. So that's the next thing. Les the Tomato Whisperer, maybe you know, how do you get, or is there a way of having all your tomatoes per cluster ripen at the same time? This is my challenge right here. So for example, those ones right there, this one isn't ripe, but these are, and sometimes if you pick it when it's too unripe, it's not going to fully ripen the way it should. Sure, I'll take buffalo sauce. Anyway, yeah, so if you guys know how I can fix that, drop it in the chat, because I'm having a hard time harvesting my stuff and it being good. I make my own barbecue sauce. Nice. Oh, you know what I made? And it was actually so good. I bought plums and I didn't end up eating them and they got too ripe. So I actually made my own plum sauce for like chicken fingers and stuff. And it was so good. This recipe was awesome. I mean, I don't know if any of you are making your own plum sauce, but if you are, I could share the in the community. But yeah, it was awesome. I made a whole jar of it. But yeah, see, little tomato cluster, and there is one that's not ripe. So it's like, what do you do? They grow at different stages in the same cluster. In my experience, always at least one cherry tomato per cluster that ripens slower than the rest. I want to be able to have, because I've seen especially hydroponic facilities that grow cherry tomatoes. Obviously they have it down to a science, right? And their clusters are flawless, and every tomato is to the same degree, and it's just it's a beautiful thing, you guys. Like this, for example. What the heck is this? What am I supposed to do with this? Look at crap. This is on me, probably from nutrients or pH being off. So we got 3 tomatoes at the bottom. We got 2 greens over there. And then at the end of this cluster, it's too hard to see, but we've got new baby tomatoes growing. What the heck am I supposed to do with that? When you do weekly reservoir changes, do you add old nutrients to your outdoor? No, I don't even touch my outdoor these days, you guys. I got to harvest, and I haven't even, I don't know. I guess because things got out of control, I guess I kind of lost interest. Sometimes when I let the garden get out of control, I start to beat myself up about it, and then I want to avoid it. Like I become avoidant, and I don't want to look at it. I don't want to see it because it reminds me what a disappointment I am to myself. So I haven't even touched my outdoor garden, but you know what? That would have been a wonderful idea to recycle my nutrients and help my outdoor garden. So I just have to pick the tomatoes off the vine individually versus cutting off the entire vine, because yeah, otherwise I'm cutting off stuff that I don't want to, but this is what we got so far. That was a trick question. I know you don't do yeah, I don't at all. I probably should, but again, if I had, maybe once I have an RO system, I'll be able to, because I'll have more water on hand that I can circulate my system with just water and fully clean and change the reservoir. But like I said, because there's like half an inch of water remaining in it, and maybe, you know, 1/4 of an inch of water sitting along the base of the center column where the water returns, how do you truly cycle out the system and add in like completely fresh water and start from scratch when you just, if I don't have enough water to, you know, it would take so much water and so much time, I feel like. I should, but I can't right now, okay? I'm just kidding. Green cherry tomatoes are too small for fried green tomatoes. I think I already read that. My tomatoes further down the vine seem to always ripen slower. There's always salsa verde. Yes, true. I love fried green tomatoes, but I think the green tomatoes that you guys are referring to are more of like a tomatillo, right? It's not an actual green tomato. Roots will rot. Yes. I know. It's about the learning experience, I guess. I don't know, like, I just need to figure out my water situation. If I figure out my water situation, then that is something that is definitely attainable. But unless I have 72 liters of water on hand to completely fill the system, and then I would need more to force it to circulate, right? So I don't have that kind of water right now, which is so crazy because look at the kind of garden I have, right? I need to look at the infrastructure. I need to expand my resources because I'm lacking right now, you guys. So that is going to be one of the next things I focus on. Oh, there's just so much. No flushing before harvesting. The thing is with my stuff, I'm harvesting all the time. Hey, do you need to flush? Oh, sorry, it's because somebody asked. That's why everybody eventually switches to peat moss or cocoa. Harvest a tomato early, bread with your favorite breading, like breadcrumbs, and fry those biatches for about 5 minutes. Okay, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna find a recipe for fried green tomatoes, and we're gonna make it on the live. And Bernie, what do you need tomato recipes for? Look at you bringing the creativity. That is a great recipe, or a great idea, sorry. TFB, don't have the filters installed yet. What filters? Unless you live in a third world country, your water is a better Hasholio, not with what I'm trying to achieve. There is so much fluoride, chlorine, pharmaceuticals, all kinds of crap in the water. There is no freaking chance I my tap water. Over my dead body. I'd rather make my own distiller. Like just sit there, boil water with like an umbrella type thing over and collect the dripping condensation. Cause yeah, the water's so bad. My hands look like an 80-year-old's hands because they're so dry. Just from like, I mean, I do wear gloves sometimes when I do the dishes, but usually I'm too lazy to put them on. So it's just, anyways, the water's brutal, you guys. It smells like a public swimming pool as soon as I turn the tap on. If it ain't fried or made in the crock pot, I ain't got a recipe for it. True that, Bernie. I'm on a well. I've harvested green tomatoes in my garden, made and canned green salsa. That sounds great. I don't know. I was like, how did I end up with these green ones? And I was just using these. Anyways, I'm just gonna pick tomatoes off. Yeah, that sounds so good, MK. I guess I didn't bring a large enough vessel. I didn't expect to have this much. This is what I've got so far. And I just harvested so many tomatoes yesterday. I mean, I guess it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. I have so much to harvest. What kind are those? These are heirloom cherry tomatoes. They're from a pack from the grocery store of they're the tricolor ones. But for some reason, the only ones that germinated, I had one orange one, one orange plant, and the rest are these like brown, I don't know what you call them, brownish, greenish, reddish. Have you guys ever heard of kumados? It's like a kind of a mini kumado. Recipes don't matter much. If you get high enough, just about anything will do. That is true. That is true. Yeah, and I've come up with some pretty creative snacks when under the influence. Those are when the best ideas come to fruition with what you should make to eat. Especially when you have limited ingredients and you're so hungry, you figure out very creative stuff. All right, guys, I'm running out of room. So many tomatoes and peppers. Did you guys? You guys, this is me. I wipe out all the time. Did you guys just see that? Oh my god. I do that all the time. I trip and fall and do stupid shit in the grow tent, and I'm just thankful I didn't do it on a live. I mean, thankful yeah, sorry. One time I bought a pack of tricolor hot peppers. Those tomatoes are really good. Close call. Oh my god. I do that all the time. Do you know how many times I've like fallen up the stairs, down the stairs? Like, how do you even fall up the stairs? I'm just so clumsy. Oh my gosh, I guess I didn't realize I have so many tomatoes. I should have brought a bigger bowl. All right, whatever. All right, I think this is all I can fit right now. But there it is. That looks so good. Look at all those tomatoes. Some of them aren't fully ripe, but that's hilarious. Oh man. Synthetic organic toilet paper. LOL. Whole lot of tomatoes, yeah. We'll love them. Well, thank God I got no squirrels in here because they are for me. Also, I have all of these to harvest. I just don't have room right now. But we're gonna harvest all of these. Actually, just gonna eat one right now because they look so freaking good. Beautiful tomato. And look at the size difference. Oh my god. That is so freaking good. Oh, the unripe ones, yeah. Look at the difference in size. This is a clone of, like, that's from the same plant. So we're doing something right. Yeah, I use organic nutrients, which I'm kind of regretting. All right, so I'm gonna get the orange one from the other plant. It tastes good. It's not as good, but wow, the other ones, those are so good. I almost don't want to pick them and eat them. But the unripe ones will ripen off the vine. It's just that they taste better when they're picked perfectly ripe. I have a squirrel that eats pears off my tree. Then he perches up in my garage like a gargoyle. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. I have a neighbor. I see out of my window, there's these squirrels on the roof. I think they fixed it, but a while back they had these squirrels on the roof where they would fly from one roof to another and like swing on the eaves trough of the next roof and then climb through the soffit, I guess, into the roof. I don't know, man, like acrobatic squirrels. How is aeroponics organic? I didn't even know that was an option. To be honest, I didn't know it was an option either. And people on the live were like, oh, that's organic. And I was like, is it? So then I looked it up, and technically it's considered organic nutrients. It's considered the liquid organic general hydroponics. So the Flora series is the synthetic, and I guess the Flora Nova line is the organic. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't even really fact checked it, but I feel like it definitely is. There is no way synthetic nutrients is that, I don't know what the word is to describe it. It just causes so much buildup in my system that while there are probably synthetic components, I think it's derived from organic sources. Yeah, it doesn't say it, but I should look it up, and I should know this stuff. But up until I started doing these lives, I was referring to this as synthetic nutrients, because I thought that most nutrients are synthetic for aeroponics because they're water soluble. But I actually I had a company send me some nutrients, and it's water soluble. But it's organic as well. And then I had somebody else reach out to me and was like, don't use that stuff in your system. It's not good. But also, on another breath, I bought this from a hydro shop that knew that I was doing aeroponics, and they didn't say anything like don't use it. But now I'm kind of regretting, not regretting, but I should have bought such big bottles early on in this run, because now I'm wishing that I could still switch to something else. It's just I don't want to waste the nutrients. If those synthetic nutrients do that much for your hydroponic system, imagine what it would do to your body. Exactly. Well, no, it's not. The synthetic is easy for your system. It makes your life easier because it passes through. It's very soluble, and it doesn't create any kind of buildup or debris in your system. But organic, I guess, does, because it's a thicker, more, I don't know, it's more like viscous. It's not as liquidy. It's not synthetic. And so it's less soluble. And so that's the one that's tougher. It's more work, is the organic one, because it clogs up my system completely. It's been a little while. I've really trying to implement the high clean on a regular basis. But again, this is probably derived of synthetic sources, so you really can't get away from it. But I did get these guys. We're gonna implement. So this is the synthetic. This is the synthetic line from General Hydroponics, but I don't know, man. And I would have thought organic would need microbes. Jay, I've got no idea. Maybe that's what I'm missing. Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. I should, you know, I rely I rely on you guys. So if nobody comes to me and tells me I'm doing something wrong, then I kind of just run with what I'm doing until somebody says otherwise. And really not a good approach, especially because I'm looking to be more efficient and not, you know, waste resources or my time. So all right, that's going to be the next step. Like I said, I got to look into nutrients, and maybe I would have come across that information eventually. So thank you guys. Mastercraft is a nutrient blend similar. Mastercraft? That sounds like, well, Bernie, I think you're in the States, but that sounds like Canadian Tire's tool brand. What's up, Crow? Welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday. We talk nutrients and how I don't really know what I'm doing. They need the microbes, and they need something to feed the microbes. Well, oh, is that the bloom? So should I be using them in conjunction? Man, I gotta go back to square one and really learn about nutrients, because that is the one thing that I followed the instructions on the bottle, and I didn't go further than that. Like, I understand NPK, and I understand that the numbers on the bottle are the levels or the percentage or whatever, but I just, yeah, I don't, I never got into learning about nutrients. So that's going to be the next step. I've been so focused on other areas that I'm missing the mark. Even though my garden's doing okay, I'm missing the mark. And that'll fix the pH issues. I hope so. This morning, G Mama Grows was putting myco roots mix in her system. Would that help? Okay, well, let me show you guys. Hang on. This is how, you guys, this is how new I am. Is like, I don't even know, or not new, because I don't know when you can stop calling yourself new, but I was given this product and I don't even know what to do with it, so I haven't even used it. But again, these are all things I need to research, because I don't want to use like chemically based stuff. I don't know what this, I should have probably just read. Oh no, it's just a root enhancer. But this is what my friend gave me. And how do I implement it in my system? I should probably research it instead of looking for a quick answer like I always do in true princess fashion. Read the instructions on the back of the bottle mix at half strength. Got to go to the website. It directs you to the website. So I will check that out. Read the, nutrients, chemical based. I would think that all are to a certain degree, unless you're making your own like compost and adding that in with your other amendments that are derived from natural sources. All right, guys, this just further proves that I gotta do I got some learning to do. I gotta hit the books. No, but I do have to understand and wrap my head around how nutrients works, because that is something that I never dove into at all. So much so that my first grow, I didn't even know, like I knew what pH was, but I never, like the only thing I knew about pH is like it's got to be right in a swimming pool or or a hot tub. I didn't know anything about pH for your reservoir. So we'll get there. We'll get there. But, yeah, I should do a little bit of research and just understand, so that maybe that'll help me make a decision as to what to switch to when it comes to nutrients, because I am looking to make the switch. However, I do want to mitigate using, or I want to eliminate chemicals as much as possible. And I can't really ever totally get away from it. I mean, I'm growing in plastic, you know, but you do the best you can. And deeper into the rabbit hole we go. MK, to be honest, I feel like this part is the tip of the iceberg, and I just missed the mark because I am who I am and I just want to go for it. I'm not like, yeah, I'm just like, okay, read the instructions and go. And just went for it. And so I oftentimes need to work backwards a little bit, but that's okay because we end up getting to the same place eventually. Or not, but stay tuned to find out. But yeah, see, this is why I appreciate these lives and I appreciate the feedback, is it makes me second guess myself or question the information that I currently have, and it helps me evolve and it helps me learn. And look at my garden. It's honestly from all the information you guys provide. So this is kind of your garden, you guys. Like, you guys grew it pretty much, told me what to do, you just walked me through the steps. So no, I definitely have learned a lot, but still more to go. Hasholio, you're 100% right. That I know, because I fact checked you after you preach about water temperature, but no, you're totally right. And the pH, I know the pH is of one of the most importance, but yeah, especially because the system is recirculating, it's I have a hard time keeping it super clean, and that be a game changer if I can keep my system clean consistently and just do a better job at maintaining. That is it's a lot of work, you guys. I do the best I can. On a positive note, I heard that the birds got a stay order. Good. Learned so much already from this channel. Fred changed his name to Grow. Thanks so much, Grow, and or / Fred. Appreciate you. I just like don't I should say don't try that home unless I tell you that it worked, and it worked multiple times after trying it. It wasn't just a fluke, because I somebody even told me, you know what, somebody recently tuned into the live and they were like, oh, thank you so much for your advice on nutrients for my tomatoes, it worked. And I was like, more CalMag? But I really don't know. So there's certain things, like, don't take it as gospel. Just, I'm here to learn along with you guys and just share the journey, and if you find something of value that you want to try yourself. But it's not my fault if it didn't work or if you killed your plant, okay? That's all you. I've seen your costume videos. Professor Lily. That's funny. You're helping people, and that's what matters. Yeah, whether it's helping you get through your workday or helping you laugh, helping you have something to make fun of, I will be of service. With failures comes success. Yes, and that's why I'm sharing it, you guys, because we will get there, and you're gonna see soon. Kick your asses in the gardening game. I'm just kidding. Well, no, I'm not. I'm so competitive. I'm like, I have to be the best. On that note, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I talked a lot today, and we also harvested a lot. So I'm gonna go get a big vessel and harvest more right after this live. But there we go. The fruits of my labor. And underneath we've got a bunch of peppers. So I don't know what we're gonna make with it. Maybe I'll make a salsa or something. But yeah, we'll figure that out. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out with me. Happy Wednesday, halfway through the week. If I don't see you guys tomorrow, enjoy the rest of your week. But if not, catch me tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern time. Peace, everybody. And don't forget to smash the like button. on your way out. All of my own nuts this year and kept a box of Miracle Grow handy. Nice. Have a great day, everybody.